What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, back again with another reaction video. Today we're going to get into Tool of Vicarious. Look, I know it's the music video. You guys don't do music videos, you get distracted, but I can handle it now, okay? I've done plenty of Tool reactions. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to handle the visuals and I'm going to handle the audio. We're going to get this, okay? We're going to get through it together. It's not going to be a big deal. Just let's get it, okay? Hope you're having a good day. Come vibe with your boy. I'm gonna buckle up just in case Tool gets a little crazy. Got some alien roots, some trees, I guess. I love how they bring in their guitars. Almost sounds like a xylophone in the back. Okay. Nice vocal layers. Dude, Danny's going in on the drums. Transition. Ooh. Oh, dude. The drums in this one. that second snare. Interesting. Wow, weird placement. Oh, I really like the vocals right here. Dude, the drums in this one, there's something about the drums. It's just a lot of movement. It's just a lot of whipping it around the drum set. It's so clean. That's clean. Oh! Oh, man. Yo, this one might be my favorite Tool song, man. This one was just really, it was really cohesive, like start to finish. It was just really good. I like the direction they took it in too. It did have some builds in it, and especially that last ending part. This video is trippy, dude. I love Tool's videos. They're so trippy, so creative. And I think you guys said they had like directors that did it. They didn't really do it, but whoever they chose to direct these videos are just crazy with the creativity and originality. I mean, even to this day, Tool's videos are just unique. So the video I'm not going to try to make sense of. It's just very trippy and okay, I'm going to try to make sense of it. It's vicarious, right? So when you're living vicariously through somebody or through something, you're enjoying and doing that thing without actually doing it. So you're watching somebody, you're listening to somebody, or you're watching something or listening to something and trying to experience it without actually doing it yourself. So the video, there's these weird like projected worm aliens that come out of this translucent being's eyes, and then this thing is like tripping and he's got this bug that goes inside him, and then that like produces another one, and it's like this vicarious loop. So I think maybe that's representation of vicariously doing something through something else because it's like came from within. But all of this was happening on the inside, and this guy, this translucent being, witnessed it from the outside or something. So that's my best guess. Or it could just be nothing, and it's just LSD, DMT, hallucinogenic, tripping out, and they're just getting crazy with the visuals. The visuals are very entertaining because they're so unique and so different and just so unlike anything else that's out there. And I don't smoke like I used to. I used to smoke a lot, and I wish that I would have known about Tool back when I smoked a lot, because I would just sit here and trip out to their videos all day probably. But they're just so trippy. Even just being sober, you get lost in the visuals. So video's cool. Thumbs up. The song itself, though, I really, really like. Obviously, the drums in this one, something about the drums I feel like really led this track and dictated where things were going. There was very, very smooth transitions from, you know, he'll be playing his rhythm, his little polyrhythm, whatever he's doing, and then he'll just and like transition into the next part of the song. And that is like the primer for where the song's going. And something about the drums like that just really were very pleasing this whole song. And he was doing some crazy, he always does crazy stuff, but he was doing some crazy stuff in this one that shined a little bit more. I feel like the drums were a little bit more of the focus of this song. And Danny's just going in on here, and it's so smooth. You can just tell the drumming is smooth, just the way that he's playing. So I really like that part. The guitar in here was very good too. It was a little bit lighter. And when it called for more energy towards the end, especially, and they kind of turned the song up, I feel like, I don't think they dropped the tuning or anything or made it more aggressive, but the way that he played it kind of brought energy to it. And the song definitely had this progressive build kind of feel to it. And it had a nice little closure. So it wasn't your typical structure, you know, because it's Tool. They still do a lot of things that are different, but it was close to that formulaic structure of, hey, we're starting a song, we're building it, it peaks, and then we're bringing you back down, right? Where like 90% or higher of your radio singles reside in that structure, regardless of genre. They kind of had that build. And Tool followed that, but in their own way. There definitely was some parts where it kind of went back down, and it kind of maybe even went to the side, and it just didn't do it to the T, but it followed it in its own way, if that makes sense. So a lot of the transitions in here were dictated by the drums. I really like that. The guitar was good, and I like the vocals on here too. There's some good vocal layers, not too much, but I think around like the middle part of the song, there was definitely some good vocal layers that I picked up on that I liked. But Maynard was singing in a way that was more normalized, I feel like, in this song, because he has a very interesting voice. And in a lot of the other Tool songs, it's just iconic. I mean, his voice is just iconic. You hear it and you know it's Maynard. But he sings a little bit more normal in this way, and I don't know if it's the mix or the way he's singing or maybe just the style of the song, but there was this combination of Tool and normalcy mixed in, and I really like the balance on here because overall it's not too crazy and it's not too normal. It's just the right amount of both, I think. And you really get a good Tool vibe in here, but you also get a little bit more of a commercialized vibe mixed in. And so for me, I think it's just perfectly balanced, as all things should be, like Thanos. So I really like this one, dude. I really enjoyed it. And again, that last part where they kind of turned it up and the drums kicked up and the guitar kicked up and even Maynard's singing kicked up, that was cool too, because I'm not thinking off the top of my head, I don't really recall a Tool song that they've done that before, especially in this way where they have this nice progression and they just kind of turned it up and it peaked a little bit. You know, they've definitely brought in drops and brought in sudden drops or sudden peaks in songs before, but this way, I don't know, something about this one was just very smooth. But I liked it. And it also, for 10,000 Days, the album, this was a lot less tribal in that sense, because a lot of the other songs on this album were very percussive oriented and had this tribal-esque vibe to them, even with the guitars. And I know I said this one is kind of forefronted and spotlighted on the drums, and it is, but it doesn't have that tribal kind of vibe to it. as much as the other songs on 10,000 Days. Sure, there's a little bit of that element in here, but not, it's like sprinkled in, whereas the other ones are poured in, and they're a lot stronger. So I don't know. I really like this one. This one's definitely my favorite song off of this album. Favorite Tool song of all time. I don't know. Descending is still just a crazy experience. That one, I think, replay value, well, they're both kind of long. This one's 8 minutes. That one's like 14, I think, or something like that. I don't know. It's a toss-up. I think Descending, I'll never get another experience in music like that. It's just, it was like a drug. It's something about it. It's just a true experience, especially if you just lay down, listen to it, and go for the ride. It really is really cool how they did that. But this one is definitely a runner-up. I put this one in my top 3 for sure, but I think this might be my second favorite Tool song. It's simple by Tool's standards, right? I mean, it's still a very complex song because it's Tool, but it's simple by their standards, and just kind of not dumbed down, but simplified in a way where the structure and how they play it and how they put it together is very digestible, comparatively speaking to a lot of their other songs that are very complex and very technical, which Tool is just hundreds of years ahead of their time. I feel like they're really not human. They're extremely, extremely creative individuals, and the way that they made music, and the technical aspect of it too, and the polyrhythms and everything that goes into it. These dudes are just freaks. They're like 1 in a billion artists, really are. So anyways, that'll do it for today's reaction video. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment down below. It helps the channel grow, helps the YouTube algorithm. If you're new here and you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. It takes a few seconds and it really helps me out. If you're not new here, welcome back. I appreciate the love and support as always. Thank you very much for showing love. You know what to do. Leave comments in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about this. If you're a Tool fan, how does this one rank up for you compared to some of the other ones? Or maybe just on this album, because I know they have a big catalog, so maybe it's not fair to compare this to their whole catalog. But what about just this album, 10,000 Days? So far, this one's been my favorite off of this album for sure. It's just smooth. It's just smooth. That's the word. Smooth and easily digestible. It was a nice ride, and I feel like I could turn my brain off and just vibe out. But I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. If you're new to Tool, go check them out. Unlike any other band I've ever heard to this day, I mean, I've heard some bands rather that I can tell they have influence from Tool, like Sleep Token, phenomenal band. They have their own style, but definitely at parts, maybe the way they structure and kind of the way they build their music, there's a little bit of Tool vibes in there, Tool influence in there, but Tool is just definitely one of a kind. So go check them out if you haven't, as well as make it a good habit, even though they don't need it. Support the band if you like the band. Subscribe to the YouTube, follow them on social media, stream their music anywhere and everywhere you can stream music, because support is #1 for any band, artist, creator, rapper, entertainer, whoever's making content or music for you to enjoy. Reciprocate that energy via support. So with all of that out of the way, I hope you're having a great day. I'm sending positive vibes your way, and until next time, I'm out.
For me.